Hi folks, here's Aquafil again, this time with New Japan, the New Beginning in Osaka. The other New Beginning show will follow shortly. I know I'm a little bit late, almost 2 weeks, but I couldn't watch them live as I live in Germany and yeah, I work, so I'm not really able to always watch the pay-per-views at 9 a.m. and then give a review in the afternoon. Well, I had a lot of stuff to do, so I just finished the show, and well, of course I want to give you a review, and the other New Beginning show will follow shortly. I still have to watch that one. The first match, Jay White versus David Finlay, classic young gun or young lion bout. Well, it really speaks for the trust New Japan puts in these two, that they get a singles match on an event card that's not a house show or a smaller TV show, and yeah, both delivered and showed that they earned that, or that the trust was given rightfully. So as they had a nice match, of course, given they only had 7 minutes, well, in 7 minutes there's not that much you can do, but for these 7 minutes, the match was good, especially the finish with the rolling, thunder into the corner, which Jay White caught before David Finlay really could pull it through. He caught him in midair and then took a few steps forward and had him in a single crab, later on the Boston crab, and David Finlay had to submit. Nice match, nothing great, nothing too memorable, but considering how young these two guys are, for the first singles match in New Japan, that was nice. On to match number 2, a 6-man tag team match, and well, it's a 6-man tag team match in the undercard of a New Japan event. So Jushin van der Liger, Ryusuke Taguchi, don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but well, and Tiger Mask versus Goto, Katsushi Sakuraba, and Yoshihashi. Chaos. So, classic 6-man tag undercard stuff by New Japan. Well, nothing great happening here. Nothing spectacular. Well, it's decent, it's not bad, but in the end, nothing memorable. So, well, and that drags on through the next few matches. TenKoji, Hiroshi Tenzan, and Satoshi Kojima versus Manabu, Nakanishi, and Yuji Nagata. For veterans, no doubt about it. Well, again, decent tag team match, but yeah, nothing really memorable, or that happened, nothing that really was of note or that seemed important. So it's hard to say something like that, but just another filler match that was decent, but also a little bit boring. Same goes for Bushi, Evil, and Tetsuya Naito, and I really Los Ingobernables de Japon. I don't know, stable created in CMLL in Mexico, and Naito, took it to Japan. He's a part of the stable in Mexico and CMLL too. So he took it to Japan, has this, let's say, Japan chapter of the stable, and he went against Juice Robinson. I have no idea who this guy is. KUSHIDA and Michael Elgin, and the point of this match was to further push the stable around Tetsuya Naito, that the people get more accustomed to it, and it, well, in the nearer future will appear like a legitimate threat. And of course, Michael Elgin showed off his power, but in the end, again, more or less a classic undercard filler match. And yeah, then the never openweight 6-man tag title match. The never openweight 6-man tag title. Oh, what a construct of words. Horrible. Yeah, the first match for the title was at the Wrestle Kingdom pay-per-view. Back then it was nothing great, and yeah, until now the title has not really gained prestige. A 6-man tag title, well, I don't know if that's really gonna fly in the future. But thus far, not much of worth, or not worth too much. Sorry for that. Not worth too much, the title. And yes, well, the Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fail, Tamatonga, and Yujiro Takahashi won the title from the Briscoes and Toru Yano. And yeah, maybe it's not nice to say that, but who cares? Who really gives a shit? Toru Yano is always best when he goes against Minoru Suzuki with the fun heel versus face that uses heel tactics stuff. Bad Luck Fail, not a fan of him. Tamatonga, yeah, well, Yujiro is quite good, but in the end, yes, that's not a big match, not an important match. Who cares? And I can only repeat myself. I always loved the Briscoes back in the days in Ring of Honor. Since I believe it was 2007, Mark started using his cheesy kung fu movie sounds, and he does it even more now, and I think it's just goofy, and it takes away from the barroom brawler charm the Briscoes have. So please shut up, Mark, with your cheesy noises. It really doesn't help any match. It just takes away, or it just makes you, or the many people like me, take you and the match less seriously. And that's something that is especially hurtful when you have a title that nobody takes seriously anyway. So, but in the end, of course, there are the bigger matches, and of course there's a lot more effort put into them. So, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title Tag Team Title 3-way match. Whew. Matt Sydal and Riccochet versus Red Dragon, consisting of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, and of course the Young Bucks, who are champions. And well, it's the classic junior tag team title match. Cool spot, lot of cool spots, lots of fast-paced action. Very nice match. Not awesome. I don't know if Dave Meltzer's 4 stars are justified, but it came close. You have to like spot fests, and they always are fun, although they don't always make a lot of sense. Still, nice match. With that being said, the Young Bucks, I've grown tired of them, because they are talented guys, and of course they always have some spots in the match that are cool and that you haven't seen before, but most of the stuff they do are their classic spots, and there are tons of super kicks that often don't even look that like they hurt that much. Well, maybe that's because in the past 7 years I've seen too many matches with the Young Bucks, but well, good that they don't have the title anymore. The fresh team of Matt Sydal and Ricochet won, and well, there will be some new exciting bouts coming up in the near future. Yeah, the match of the night, the never Openweight title, Katsuyori Shibata, the champion, versus Tomohiro Ishii. And yeah, the story is the same as always with those two. Who's the tougher guy? They always hit each other with stiff chops, stiff kicks, stiff headbutts, stiff submissions, and they do so here too. Well, you either love that or you hate that. I love it, and of course that's why I just think I can't get enough of it. It's some parts are really sick. The headbutts, yeah, but the chops to the throat, when Ishii got hit with it, it really looked like he's gonna throw up, and he's totally out of air. I don't think he sold anything there at that point. He really was certain. But this kind of stiff action, well, you can't have that on every match of the card, but with these two, it always works. And this story with them saying, "Give me your best shot," and boom, the best shot comes, and then the other one says, "Now give me your best shot," and it's about pride. And well, some people say it's stupid because that's not what wrestling is about. Not about pride. Of course, it is about pride, but it's not about, yeah, hit me with your best shot, give me what you got. It's about really winning, and yeah, winning. If winning was the vital part between those two, Ishii would have given up a long time ago, because, as I recall, Shibata won most of their matches. So, but in the end, always, I love the style, and I love the stiff action they do. Yet next time maybe Shibata should get another opponent, because I fear for both their health. And if you have Ishii versus Shibata, the 26th, 27th match in 2 years, it really will grow stale. If you, whether you love the style or not, it will grow stale, and that's a nice match you can always have. And so put both in another feud and have them go at each other in late 2016 again, or at a G1 climax. Yeah, then we have the 6-man tag team match between the Bullet Club, this time consisting of Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, and Kenny Omega. They go against Great Bear Shield, Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Honma, and of course Hiroshi Tanahashi. And yeah, nice 6-man tag team match. A little bit, there of course was, part of the story of course was that Tanahashi and Omega would face each other at the second New Beginning let me just say pay-per-view, the second New Beginning event for the Intercontinental title, which of course was vacated because good old Shinsuke Nakamura went to the WWE. Hopefully that's a move he will not regret, and hopefully we'll see him in action there, really see him in action there, not NXT undercard, but as soon as he's really able to up to the main roster and have him stir shit up there. But this match, yeah, nice 6-man tag team action, nothing really spectacular, but they played the stuff with Tanahashi and Omega having a match a few days later for the title. They played it well, as Omega is the new head of the Bullet Club, so nice match. And then the main event, IWGP Heavyweight title match between Kazuchika Okada and Hirooki Goto. And here they did something. I mean, Goto often had shots at the title versus Tanahashi, versus Okada, versus other guys, and he always lost. He's 0-7 in World Heavyweight title matches. Yeah, then he has a new look, new mannerisms, he's a little bit more aggressive, and yeah, they really built that match up great, and everybody thought, well, Goto, now he has a real chance at getting the title. Back in his other 7 matches, well, many people thought in the beginning, well, it's Goto. He won't win anyway. He's not such a big guy. He's not a huge star. Well, they built it up and he appeared like a legitimate contender, but sadly enough, Goto fell short here. Goto has a certain way of working his matches, and that's the way he works his matches. There were some matches that really went great where he stepped out of his comfort zone. Here, sadly enough, he stuck to his comfort zone, so underwhelming. I've heard and read it in some reviews concerning this match. Underwhelming, and that just fits the shoe. It really fits. Okada is as good as always, but during the match there was not a lot of drama, and in the end Goto, it became more and more apparent that Goto was gonna lose, and it's a shame. They really built it up well, and in the end Goto went to autopilot. He didn't leave his comfort zone, and he didn't really live his new attitude, his supposed new attitude. And in the end, it was not a bad match by any means. I mean, Goto is a capable worker and Okada is just fucking great. So, of course, it was a good match, but yeah, underwhelming. It could have been much better if Goto really made the impression he wanted to win the title, and yeah, that fell a little bit short. So, in the end, a nice event. We have a nice opener for what it was, at least a nice and pretty entertaining three-way match. An awesome neverweight open title match between Shibata and Ishii. A good six-man tag between the Bullet Club and Tanahashi and Great Bad Shield. And a good but underwhelming main event. The stuff between the opener and the junior heavyweight tag team title match, it was decent concerning the in-ring work, but, well, it did not appear as if it mattered. So, nice event, but overall not more than average and a little bit disappointing for a New Japan event. Hopefully you'll tune in next time, and yeah, well, most likely we'll have the other New Beginning review, New Beginning in, I always forget what it's called this town, the other New Beginning review. Another thing that I'll be doing right after this video, a few thoughts about the road to WrestleMania and what WWE, in my opinion, should do. I'm no book about. Well, hopefully you'll tune in for both, and the rest I'll do later. After that, later on. So until then, here's Aquifel.